Welcome to English Biography, the English channel, where you learn about inspiring lives. Today, we will look at the amazing story of Pelé, the legendary Brazilian footballer who became known as the King of Football. Taking his journey from a simple background to an international personality, Pelé's legacy is filled with moments of brilliance, hard work, and extraordinary memories on the world stage. Whether you love the game of football or want to improve your English, this biography will inspire and teach you to do so. Let's start. Edson Arantes do Nascimento, universally known as Pelé, is widely considered the greatest footballer of all time. Born in the small town of Três Corações, on October 23, 1940, Pelé's rise to fame became extraordinary. By the modest upbringing, Pelé acquired a carbonated love for football from the early age. His father, Dondinho, was a footballer who urged young Pelé to choose the sport and groomed him in its various skills. Pelé grew up playing football barefoot in the streets and fields, amazed at the skill and natural abilities he possessed, and despite being from a very humble background, he was determined to play football professionally. These gifts, the speed, and wonderful ball control distinguished him early on from other youngsters in Brazil. At 15, he signed with Santos Futebol Clube, a big name in Brazilian football. His debut marked an incredible moment as he quickly turned into an attacking force for his team. Pelé demarcated himself by being able to pulverize with immense, powerful shots, swiftly dribble with accuracy, and display great conscious creativity. His scoring became extremely entertaining because he could read the game almost telepathically. Selado was increased further by his international breakthrough with Brazil in the 1958 FIFA World Cup in Sweden. The world, at the age of 17, was dazzled by what he did with Pelé. While in the tournament, he scored 6 goals, half on the most famous ones ever seen, including an extraordinary hat-trick against France in the semis, and 2 goals against Sweden in the final. His ability to perform against the worst pressure clinched Brazil's first-ever World Cup, and he immediately catapulted to stardom on a global scale. After the 1958 World Cup, Pelé continued his phenomenal displays of football domestically and internationally. With Santos, he won virtually every trophy, including the Brazilian League titles and the Copa Libertadores, twice the most prestigious club tournament in South America. His goal-scoring records and handshaking pretty well with dazzling performances made him a legend in Brazil and beyond the seas. Pelé helped Brazil to retain their title in 1962, even though he had a very serious injury at an early stage and only played a few matches thereafter. It was, however, at the 1970 World Cup that he really excelled when Brazil won it for the 3rd time. The Brazilian team of 1970 is considered by many to be the greatest football team ever, with Pelé as its captain. He scored 4 goals in the competition, including a memorable one in the final against Italy. It was a classic demonstration of his ability, vision, and leadership, and Brazil's victory laid to rest any question as to who the king of football was. After the 1970 World Cup, Pelé quit playing for the national side, although he kept on playing for Santos until 1974. In 1975, he moved to the USA to play for the New York Cosmos Club of the North American Soccer League. Pelé's entry helped grow soccer in the U.S. a country where the sport was just beginning to take hold. While his presence filled the stadiums and attracted the media to the game, most importantly, he gave an everlasting impression on American soccer. Pelé scored an amazing 1,281 goals in 1,363 matches across the whole spectrum of his football career, counted unofficial games included. This phenomenal lifespan bestowal still holds the position of one of the highest goal tallies in the whole history of football. Somebody who may have cast a spell on him is Messi, CR7. Whoever is blocking your vision might want to call Pelé his name. Pelé was versatile. He scored easily with either foot, did smart moves with his head, and provided exciting possibilities for his teammates. His style of play combined speed, skill, power, and intelligence, and he was practically unstoppable on the field. Pelé transcended the game through his global representation of football and uses that stardom to promote peace, education, and humanitarian initiatives. Pelé worked as a goodwill ambassador for UNICEF and UNESCO, and he advocated for children's rights and opportunities through the game. Due to his humble stature and good causes, he has become beloved around the world. Despite being pressured by fame and injuries toward the latter part of his career, Pelé was greatly respected for sticking to his belief that he loved the game, and continues to inspire generations of players and fans. Many of today's superstars in the game cite Pelé as a major influence, including Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo. He received a copious amount of awards and honors during his lifetime. Together with Diego Maradona, he was named FIFA's Player of the Century in recognition of his influence on the history and culture of football. Numerous stadiums, trophies, and football schools bear his name, ensuring the camera forever exists. His several autobiographies and countless interviews offer insight into his thoughts on life, challenges, accomplishments, and everything in between. He has been a devoted family man, balancing his career with his role as a father and grandfather. Pelé's story is an example of how talent, dedication, and humility can overcome challenges and achieve greatness. To summarize, Pelé's life and career set a shining example of football excellence. From a barefooted child in Brazil to a global icon, Pelé transformed the sport and inspired millions of people. Thanks to his goal-scoring records, World Cup wins, and role as a pioneer in the worldwide promotion of soccer, he is truly known as the King of Football.